can quickly grind this. So I was showing you how I make these little fittings for my stainless steel and glass mobiles. It's kind of handy having a glass torch. They're really beautiful torches, oxygen and propane, so they essentially are the same as an oxyacetylene torch for melting metal or for heating up metal. But they're actually more high-tech and quieter and nice to use, so it's not really a conventional use of a glass torch, but it's handy because I suppose I'm just using the tools I have available to me to be creative and make what I like making. The clicking in the background is in a annealing oven, which is slowly cooling down the glass that I made earlier today. So now I'm lining up one hook with the other in the same plane. So what I tend to do is I tend to do things in stages. Like this is sort of a roughing out stage, the same as I would do in timber or something like that, where I'm just getting the general shape and size and layout of this mobile. Great. So then generally as the rods get longer, the weight of the glass and the water will bend the rod in its own way, but I tend to help it to some extent just so that I can get nice visual curves. So remember I was telling you yesterday about spending the extra time to have a set screw in these fittings so that I can adjust the mobile. As I say, I could find the fulcrum. The fulcrum is the balance point. I could find the fulcrum and then weld this in place, but what happens if that breaks? Or if I don't like what it looks like? Then I have to make a whole new rod, whereas this way I can adjust it, so I can come back tomorrow and move the fulcrum, or once I move this fulcrum that'll go up and that'll change this one, so it's worth the extra time, so which allows me to really fine tune the mobile and get it looking amazing. The balls are numbered, that's what these tags are, spheres, so that I remember which one goes where. And the water in these at the moment is bog water. Comes from my stream, which comes down out of Drumore Mountain, and I kind of like it. Maybe copper rods for the bog water rather than stainless. I used to use a lot of copper, but I'm enjoying the stainless. Yeah, so that's basically a roughed out mobile. So the next step for me would be to get the curves beautiful, each one. And then the mobiles, they turn like this. Of course, each element is free. So then I'll put another bend in these, like that, just where this hook meets this rod, I'll put a bend in here so that I can get the angle, a kick on each one, so that I get a nice sort of a wing shape, like a flared wing shape. And then when they come straight, the maximum amount of movement in this direction will be straight, and then the other direction will be nice flared wing shape. And then once that's done, then I have to clean up the hooks, sand them and polish them.